Welcome to Unity with Pam, with your host, Pam Willis-Hovey.
Now I've got my other children coming up. I'm so excited to have them. I heard them playing at the Unity service, and I've just been fell in love with the Howard children. So into the hands of Caitlin and Abigail, in your hands.
Love is devoted, like a ring of solid gold, like a vow that is tested, like a covenant of old. Your love is enduring through the winter rain and beyond the horizon, with mercy for today. Faithful you have been, faithful you will be. You pledge yourself to me, and that's why I sing your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. You fought through the open, your kindness makes us whole. You shoulder our weakness, your strength becomes our own. You're making me like you, bringing beauty from ashes. Free of all her guilt, rid of all her shame, and known by her true name. And that's why I sing your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. You will be praised, you will be praised, with angels and saints who will sing worthy are you, Lord. You will be praised.
Faith Serving Ministry, Danita Duger, come forward. Now, you've got to tell people all about Faith Serving Ministry and what all it does. And also, you do healthy coffee. I didn't know coffee can be healthy, but tell them about it.
That's the shirt. Okay. Hello, how are you all doing? My name is Danita Dugar, and I'm the founder and president of Serving Through Faith Ministries. And me and my husband actually started this about 2.5 years ago. When we first moved down here, he got stationed at Fort Benning, and we actually just started it in our house. We opened up our house at Thanksgiving time to families who couldn't afford to buy Thanksgiving dinner for themselves. And so we would just have a couple families over, we would put it on Facebook, and they would come over and eat. And so after our second year of doing that, we kept saying, we wanted to do more, but like a lot of us, we procrastinated, we put it aside, we didn't do anything, we made excuses. And so one day I went to the store and I just got peanut butter and jelly and bread, and I just went to our room and I got my boys and we're making peanut butter jelly sandwiches. And so we made sack lunches with peanut butter jelly sandwiches and chips, and the next day we went downtown and we just started handing them out, and that's really how it started. It evolved from there once we couldn't do it on our own financially, of course, after a few weeks, and so we started getting volunteers to help us. So we would go down there and feed the homeless in Columbus downtown area. As you know, a lot of them moved to the Safe House now. So we feed at the Safe House. We did a Labor Day luncheon with them. We partnered several times with Hope Harbor, which is a domestic violence shelter, and we did events for them. And so it's just a lot of everything that we do, for everything from mentoring children to arts to dancing. We've done it all. Our logo is where our passion is serving, because that's what we do. We're servants. We serve. This was our first T-shirt that we came out with. This is when it was a Hot Topic out with the rainbow. And so we decided to make a shirt that says God Pride, and it has the rainbow on it, and it has our website on the bottom, www.faithserving.com, and then on the back, we put Genesis 9:13, I've set my rainbow in the clouds, and there'll be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth, God. And so we had just called it our Take the Rainbow Back campaign, just to, put it out there. So we've gotten some interesting results, both good and bad, with where wearing it out in the community. Some people, it's easy to open up, to talk about it. If you don't know what to say, people will come up to you, if you're wearing something like that, or they'll say something, they'll make a comment, and that opens the door for you to be able to minister to them, or to be able to say, it's not about a hate, I still love everyone, it's not about that. And so that's why we did the shirts. And so we're still doing those. We have the Project Teen Challenge, which we were doing to have people donate for this event. We're doing a backpack blessings and school supply back to school giveaway. And so we've just been involved with many things. I don't know if y'all remember when the Martin Luther King fire happened around Christmas time. This past year, we were part of Project Ground Zero with Ms. Rosa Patterson, and so we were there helping out a lot at the hotels with those families, and we got to take the kids to the skating ring, and we had got to hang out with them, and Toys for Tots donated, let us come and get a whole bunch of toys for them at Christmas time, and it was just really awesome. It was just really a blessing. And yes, and so yes, that's the ministry that's the Serving Through Faith ministry. Now, what she said for the healthy coffee, yes, this is Organo Gold. My business is La Donuts Gourmet Brews and More, and an Organo independent distributor. It's healthy because it has Ganoderma lucidum in it. I don't know if I've ever heard of Ganoderma lucidum, probably not, but if you look it up, you can put Ganoderma in any ailment, and you'll see that it has scientific research. It has medical research. I brought all my documents there because, people don't always trust you by word of mouth. So, I have something from WebMD, and it talks about the reishi mushroom, which is what the herb is in it. It's a herbal product. It's natural. It's organic, and it acts on, as far as it has over 100 antioxidants in it, and it has. It helps with high cholesterol, high blood pressure, trouble sleeping. My husband was able to drive 13 hours to Texas on our red tea. Our red tea is excellent for mental alertness and stamina. Don't drink it before you go to bed. But it helps with, as far as cancer, they use it to treat prostate cancer, liver disease, HIV. It's a really awesome product. We just say taste it, and tell us how it makes you feel. Because normally when you drink it, you can feel it, working. You can feel it doing something to your body. And so that's why I'm doing that, to bring that to the community as well, to bring the Ganoderma and to bring that health versus the regular coffee, which is very acidic and not very healthy for you.
Unity with Pam is being brought to you by these great sponsors.
It has been said, all that is necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. How long will we let this continue? Do something. Please help. Call us to get involved.
I'm a fan of this plateau.
I'm a fan of things that go.
I'm a fan of all things kitschy.
I'm a fan of Lionel Richie.
Hello.
I'm a fan of DQ. I'm a fan of DQ Bakes.
Bakes.
DQ Bakes. I'm a fan of warm ciabatta.
I'm a fan of cold and hotter.
Melty snacks on my snack break. I'm a fan of DQ Bakes.
New artisan-style sandwiches, snack melts, and desserts. Hot out of the oven and only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food.
I'm a fan.
You do know the experts at Midas will tell you what needs fixing now and what can wait, right? Like, I don't know, brakes?
Of course I do.
Trust the Midas Touch for brakes, tires, oil, everything.
When your child is sick, you take them to the doctor, right? Well, at Zoe Pediatrics, we don't just take care of sick kids. We want to keep the healthy ones healthy.
At Zoe Pediatrics, we're in the business of prevention. We would love if when our children are 100 years old, they could say they were never sick a day in their life because of what they learned at Zoe Pediatrics.
Don't wait for sickness. Children don't have to be sick to get better. Good doctors treat illness. Really great doctors prevent disease. Zoe Pediatrics, 10th Avenue at 17th Street.
Come into Chester's Barbecue for our world-famous mouth-watering ribs, smoked fresh on our grill daily. Or try one of our barbecue pork plates with fresh sides. Chester's has delicious sandwich combos to choose from that are sure to please. We also serve tempting home-cooked favorites. And don't forget to take home your own bottle of great sauce. Chester's Barbecue, serving the best food at the best price, with 3 locations to serve you.
Welcome to Unity with Pam, with your host, Pam Willis Hovey.
Now I'm getting ready to turn this into the hands of Bishop Hill, and of course his wonderful daughter, who is, I call her a celebrity. That would be Caitlin Hill. So I'm going to hand this mic over to Bishop Hill.
Thank you, Pam. All right, I think I've already told some of you that I have a tour coming up from September to December. You guys can help me out with that at the I Am Caitlin table. Right now, the reason he just turned the keyboard around is because I'm going to play it the wrong way, backwards, upside down, however you figure. And then I'm going to be doing sign language, singing in Spanish and in Chinese with a song that Tamla Man is performing called I Can Only Imagine. Can you say it with me? To bow at your feet, I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
My good friend, book author, I think she's got book number 10 coming out. Oh, it's already out. Well, come on up and tell them about your book, Terry Lyles, authoress Terry Lyles.
Nice to be here. I've known Pam for 9 years, known her mom for a little bit less, but I'm the author of 10 published books under my name and 2 that I ghost wrote. This book is called Broken, and the reason I called it Broken is my autobiography. One of the main things about this is people think when you go through stuff, it's because you had a bad background. I'm a preacher's kid. Grandpa was a preacher, Daddy a preacher, my uncles were preachers, and I grew in a loving environment. I got married at the age of 18. My ex-husband cheated on me. I had a baby at 19. I went out into the world, went to California, and lost my mind. I started doing stuff like swinging. I'm not talking about dancing. I'm talking about swapping partners. Started doing drugs, selling drugs. I got abused. I was suicidal. I became homeless and almost lost my life on several occasions. One time, this guy, he glued the door frame of the apartment. I couldn't open the door from the inside the house. The phone was like a mobile. I jumped out of 2 floors into the bushes below. I ran to my car. The tires was flat, no steering wheel, no tire, everything. I couldn't drive. He started to approach, and I heard a motorcycle. I was hiding behind a bush for dear life. And when he went inside, God said, run. Now, out of all the books that I wrote, I waited to book number 10 to tell it all because God gave me an epiphany. I used to be a tractor trailer instructor. I flipped over 4 times down a ravine. I have both knees replaced, my left hip, my right shoulder. I got a depression in my skull, permanent brain damage, and some memory loss. My back has multiple back surgeries. My knee is hurt now, but I told myself that I might be broken, but I'm gonna stand up here on my own strength today. And I want y'all to know that God can fix it. And the purpose of writing this book, Broken, is because I want y'all to know you're not broken, you're chosen, because your walk will be a testimony to some other people. And just be honest, be real with it, you know. And this book will tell you how God kept me through it all. I remember when I was sitting in my car on the lot of a police station, freezing, but I was afraid to be anywhere else because I felt no criminals gonna come to a police station. So God kept me. Through all my mess, he kept me. And he can keep you, but you just gotta believe. And all you ladies out here that's been through something, don't look at yourself like you're broken. Darling, you are chosen. Take your testimony and help someone else along the way.
Unity with Pam is being brought to you by these great sponsors.
The average home has more than 5 devices connected to the internet. Is your internet strong enough to keep up? At WOW, we can boost your internet with speeds up to 110 megabits per second. So you can handle it all and then some. That's WOW, not what you'd expect from a cable company. Find your perfect speed at wowway.com.
For over 25 years, the Bug Patrol at All Star Pest Control has protected thousands of families' homes from pests and rodents. Although most treatments have no odor and are environmentally friendly, Our high technology products and methods get absolute results.
And we guarantee it.
All-Star Pest Control, over 25 years of guaranteed protection.
Hello, I'm Pastor Willis.
And I'm co-pastor Emma Willis.
And we welcome you to be a part of our ministry. We have a wonderful illustrated teaching and preaching we want to share with you. And also we sharing with you our dance ministry and also our choir and our outreach ministry. And we have a wonderful Sunday school. And we welcome you to come and be a part of this ministry. God bless you.
Welcome to Unity with Pam, with your host, Pam Willis Hovey.
Wow, now we're going to have a testimony by Chief District Attorney Alonzo Whitaker. And a lot of times you see people, a public figure, you never know what they went through to become that public figure. So I'm going to hand this mic to him.
Thank you, Pam. Give me my hug.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Amen. To God be the glory. I just want to just share a brief word with you about it's not where you are or where you began, but it's where you end up. I am Alonzo Whitaker, the Chief Assistant District Attorney for the Chattahoochee Judicial Circuit. And I come from a home of loving parents also. And the thing is, my mother finished the 3rd grade, my mother finished the 6th grade, my father finished the 3rd grade. There had not been a high school graduate in my family at all until my oldest sister came along. There had never been a college graduate in my family. And so I have a twin brother, and the two of us, according to my father, would always sit and watch Perry Mason, because Perry Mason never lost a case. And we would argue about which one of us is Perry Mason, not realizing or understanding that God was shaping our destiny. We could not afford to go to college. But when we were growing up, we always ran outside and played. We didn't have Xboxes and PlayStation 4s. So we ran and played outside. We couldn't even afford a football, and our football was a 2-liter bottle. We fill it up with sand, and we'd run and we'd play. We didn't have organized football. I lived in the East Highland area on 23rd Street. And the boys on 23rd Street would get together and go play against the boys on 24th Street. Not realizing and understanding that by me running around playing football with a 2-liter bottle, that the Lord was shaping my life with that bottle so that I could end up going to college on a football scholarship because Mama and Daddy couldn't afford to. I went to Alabama State University in Montgomery, Alabama, and I graduated in 1978. In 1978. And at the time, myself and my brother, we both wanted to go to law school, but we couldn't afford it. And he was the most studious of us. In other words, he was more into books than I was. And so he went to law school first, and I worked in Montgomery, Alabama, and I helped him. And in the year that he graduated, I applied, and I went to Creighton University Law School, the same law school he went to in Omaha, Nebraska. And he helped me. And it's all about believing that God is able to do what he said he can do. But one of the greatest things that happened to me when I was in college is I met my lovely wife, Caponia Samuel Whitaker. Stand and give away. Amen. The best thing besides Jesus that ever happened to me. And while in college, we had 3 lovely boys. My middle son on the first row, Christopher Michael Whitaker. But since that time, I'm just fast forward, I know I only have 4 minutes. Since that time, I've moved back. We spent about 10 years in Omaha, and I moved back to Columbus, Georgia. But when I moved back to Columbus, Georgia, I had some time on my hand, and I wanted to get to know the Lord. And so I started reading the Bible. I had grown up in church. I had been in Sunday school, and I love the Gospels. I love Jesus. Anybody who can walk on water, they all right with me. And so I just kept reading the Gospel, and while I had time studying for the Georgia bar, God spoke to me and said, you love Jesus, but do you love God? Do you really know God? And I said, well, how can I get to know him? And he said, read my word. And I read the Bible through and through, from cover to cover. I read the King James versions, then I read the New International Version, then I read the Good News Bible. And a light just went off. And God said, you know me now. And now that you know me, I want you to speak for me. I said, that wasn't the deal. I don't want to be a preacher. That wasn't my intent. But God said, now that you know me, you can speak for me. There are so many people speaking for me that don't know me. And now, not only am I the Chief Assistant District Attorney, but I'm the pastor of Rose Hill Memorial Baptist Church. The same church I was baptized in and used to shoot hooky from Sunday school. And so God has blessed me tremendously. A little nappy-head boy from East Highland has a law degree. I've been a municipal court judge. I've been a recorder's court judge. And this October, God will be taking my wife and I to Africa for our 6th missionary trip. And I say, whoever would have thunk it?
Thank you for watching Unity with Pam. If you would like to be a sponsor, please contact us or visit unitywithpam.org.